Welcome back, guys. In this video, we will talk about risk management. While running any business or startup, you anyway end up thinking about risk management. Though at the very beginning, you don't think about them at all since you are enthusiastic and 1000% charged. Anyway, at some point of time, you would do that and you would like to keep them under your control. So everything begins from identification of the risks. Get together with your team and brainstorm all the possible risks, both negative and positive. Here's a list of categories that can help you on the investigation stage. It just appeared above my image, so please pause the video and have a look on each of them. The outcome of such brainstorming session should be a list of all possible risks that you and your team can come up with. I advise you to all the similar risks group together in order to remove redundancy and categorize them in accordance to the scheme mentioned above. As a next step, after you have investigated all the risks, you need to create and build a risk management plan for each of them. There are 6 attributes of risk management plan. First one is strategy. You need to decide how you handle the risk. There are 5 possible options: risk mitigation, risk avoidance, risk escalation, transferring to third party, and acceptance. Second attribute is level of the risk. It's basically a multiplication of 2 parameters: a likelihood of risk occurrence and impact. So what are the consequences if that risk occurred? These 2 parameters form a matrix that you can see on image now. And the level is just a multiplication that you see on this matrix. Third attribute is budgeting. It is good to set amount of money that can be spent on the risk, since different risks takes different amount of money. The fourth one is time. You need to set a total amount of time that can be spent on risk management. The fifth one is roles and responsibilities. You need to dedicate a responsible person for the managing of the risk and another person for monitoring and reviewing the risk management. And the last 6th attribute is category. You already know it from the investigation stage. At the third step of risk management, you need to prioritize risks based on your current business objectives, and after that execute on the top one. Since we usually limited either in resources or time, we cannot manage all the risks at the same time. So we need at first to prioritize and only after that execute on the list. And as a last step of risk management, we need to constantly review and monitor all the risks. Since we're living in a world where anything might happen, we should on a regular basis update the risk management plan. Sometimes might happen situations we need to change the level of the risk due to some circumstances. Sometimes we need to remove the risk from the list since we already successfully managed it, or it doesn't contain any risk at all. And sometimes, that happens pretty frequently, we need to add new risks that we have identified. So our mission is to identify them as early as possible and solve them with as little costs as possible. I hope you have found this video interesting. If you know more about risk management, feel free to share this information in the comment section below. And I will be glad if you can support my channel by hitting the like button and subscribing to it. And that would be it. Thank you for your time and bye.